Hello, I'm Doug Wells. I'm a graduate of Hart County High School. I found myself sitting in the seat you're sitting in now, wondering who do I want to be, what do I want to do? And of course my grandfather was in the automotive business. I worked in the shop in the evenings and afternoons after school to make extra money to run, but I didn't think I wanted to work on cars or nothing like that until one day that I found that was my spot, that I wanted to be, where I wanted to be, and what I wanted to do. Right after graduating high school, I went and put in a job application. You don't want to never work for your family, or you think you don't at first. And I didn't want to work for my family, so I went and put in an application at a dealership. I was young, I was right out of school, I had a good head on my shoulders, or they thought I did, and they put me right into a school, a GM training center. I went right to the training center and spent several months in a classroom sitting, learning about how transmissions operated and worked. Right out of training center, I went to work for the dealership and loved it. I loved the freedom. I loved getting out, test driving cars, diagnosing, figuring out what was going on, seeing in my head exactly what was going on inside that transmission. Couldn't wait to get it apart. Well, I've done that for several years, 5, 6 years, and it just wasn't me going and punching the time clock. So I decided to open up my own business in Hart County. Luckily, I come in and done it, and everything was fine, stayed busy, treated people fairly, people treated me fairly, and then ended up growing into the business I am here today. I get a lot of people that come in and say, oh, I can do this and I can do that, and I find out that they can't do this or that. And it's not as easy as it looks, and everybody thinks they can get right into it and just go right on, and I'm finding myself what I call holding their hands. When I hire somebody, I want somebody ready to go to work, somebody that can just actually maybe even possibly know more than I know. Coming right out of school and being ready to go right into the workforce would be wonderful. That's exactly what I need to this day. I could take on guys that has that ability to do so. But right now I'm finding myself struggling to even get somebody that's interested in this field. I want an honest person, one I can trust. If they do make a mistake, they say, hey Doug, I made this mistake. I don't need nobody that can't be honest in what they're doing. Yeah, coming from honesty and just being punctual, on time. You know, we start at a certain time. I've had guys that would be 5 minutes late every day. 5 minutes is not hard to adjust. Set your alarm clock for 5 minutes earlier in your own time. But I never could get guys to come in on time. That would be something, you know, somebody that would show up on time and be here to work and ready to work and be honest would be wonderful. Our days in the mechanical world change often and quickly. Sometimes you think you got everything you need, you find out you don't. Or you think this is the problem and it's not. So yeah, you have to be very adaptable, very patient, very willing, and have a desire and drive to conquer, because you have things thrown at you that you don't expect a lot of times. A typical day is a lot of customers coming and going. A lot of my day gets changed. I'll plan out my day every morning. This is what my goals are for the day. This is what I want to get done. And by 10 o'clock, they're changed. The future of this career is changing every day. Technology is by far advancing rapidly in all things, but even in cars and automobiles. The way transmissions operate and shift, electronics have taken over, computers have taken over. If you have a degree in automotive repair or engine overhaul, rebuild diesels, anything in the automotive industry, you can almost instantly be hired. Every shop, dealership, out in the local areas are right now got help wanted signs everywhere. So yeah, if a person had a degree, they could expect to go right straight to work just almost a day of graduation. Sometimes I wonder if I had chose a different path in life where I would be, and it scares me. Me and my wife was talking about the other day that a piece of property that we almost bought when we first got married, if I had bought it, I wouldn't be here where I am today, and it scares me because I'm happy with where I'm at today. My name is Doug Wells, owner and operator of Wells Transtech. I'm an automotive technician.